emphasized that the initiative would strengthen the long-standing economic and strategic partnership between the United States and South Korea. In local news, police are investigating a suspected electrocution at a swimming pool in Junggu involving a man in his 70s who lost his life yesterday while opening a door to the bath area. Another man in his 50s suffered an electric shock while attempting to assist him. The pool, located in an aging building constructed in 1991, had passed a safety inspection in June 2023, with the next one scheduled for this June. Although a circuit breaker was installed, its functionality is under investigation. Severed and hanging wires were found near the scene. Authorities plan to conduct an autopsy and a joint inspection with related agencies. The facility has suspended operations and all power has been cut. Busan will host the 45th Day of People with Disabilities event on April 20th at Gangsa Sports Park, featuring performances, exhibitions, a children's zone, and a city tour experience. Special students, artists with disabilities, and the public will join under the theme Looking at Happiness, Capturing Daily Life, Continuing Hope. A day earlier, tomorrow, the 12th Damjengi Walking Festival will take place at Daepo Beach Park to promote awareness of people with disabilities. Mayor Park Kyung-jun pledged to build a barrier-free city where everyone is respected and can live happily. In international news, Hamas has formally rejected Israel's latest ceasefire offer, saying it is prepared to immediately negotiate a deal that will see the release of all remaining hostages in return for an end to the war and the release of Palestinian prisoners. In a video statement, Hamas chief negotiator Khalil al-Hayya stated that the group will not accept partial deals that serve Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's political agenda. And now for today's weather. The current temperature in Busan is 20 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy skies, and the temperature will average around 17 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BFM 부산 영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sometimes, forgetting is like misplacing our favorite book. We know it meant a lot, but you just can't remember where you left it. We forget birthdays, keys, and even the reason or purpose why we walked into a room. Sometimes it can be fun when we try to retrace our steps, but deep down, forgetting can leave a tiny quiet sadness. However, forgetting isn't about losing. It's about making space to hold new memories. Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off this Friday with 널 좋아하고 있어 by 박문치.
하고 싶어 널 좋아해 날 보이니 이런 내 모습 너무 바보 같지만 고백할 거야
네 앞에 서면 왜 그렇게 아무런 말도 못하는 건지 이젠 너를 위해서 준비했던 내 마음 모두 말할 거야 너에게는 아이처럼 어리고 못된 내 모습 보였지만 사실은 널 갖고 싶은 마음에 그랬던 거야 널 좋아하고 있어 Don't you want 달콤한 걸 Sugar sugar baby I love you but I want you girl 네가 좋아 Sugar sugar baby 네 앞에 서면 왜 그렇게 아무런 말도 못하는 건지 이젠 너를 위해서 준비했던 내 마음 모두 말할 거야 너에게는 아이처럼 어리고 못된 내 모습 보였지만 사실은 널 갖고 싶은 마음에 그랬던 거야 널 좋아하고 있어 아직까진 너의 맘에 다가갈 수 없는 건데 너에게 조금 더 다가가 내 맘 전하고 싶어 아이처럼 못된 내 모습 보였지만 사실은 널 갖고 싶은 마음에 그랬던 거야 널 좋아하고 있어 난 아이처럼 못된 내 모습 보였지만 사실은 널 갖고 싶은 마음에 그랬던 거야 널 좋아하고
박문치의 널 좋아하고 있어가 오늘의 첫 곡이었습니다. Welcome everybody to the show this Friday. This absolutely gorgeous Friday, if I might say so. Welcome to the show. This is For Your Busan. My name is Nick. Now, I have to ask you, are you someone who tends to forget things easily? Now, forgetting might seem like a bad thing at first, but in some ways, forgetting can actually be good. It's often better to forget unpleasant memories, unhappy moments, worries, or especially traumas as well. After all, holding on to those things, it doesn't magically solve anything. However, there are some things that we must never forget. There are people who played important roles in history, yet their names are slowly fading from memory. Soyoung-hae, a Korean independent activist from Busan, is one of them. In response, the Busan Museum submitted an application in 2023 to register materials related to him as official cultural heritage to the Cultural Heritage Administration. After nearly 2 years of review this year, it was announced that they're expected to be officially designated. Although not widely known, Soyoung-hae was a key figure who focused on Korean independence and diplomatic activities for the provisional government in Paris starting in 1929. Now, he was an independence activist, writer, journalist, and educator as well, who held an important place in history of Korea's independence movement in Europe. Though forgotten after liberation, he came back into the spotlight when his wife entrusted his belongings to the head of the Busan Korean Language Society. Now his records are on path to being officially recognized as a cultural heritage. It means that, just because something was once forgotten, it doesn't mean it will be forgotten forever. It can always come back. And today does mark a time that I hope you'll never forget. It is the final episode of this season of For Your Busan. Will it be forgotten or will it be reborn anew? Who knows? I'm sure it'll be reborn anew because we've got so many lovely friends and people who listen every day giving us support. I can see this going on for a long, long time, which is good. And proving that are all of the lovely friends coming in on YouTube Live and Kakao Talk right now. Benny Nim always coming in saying, hi, TGIF, welcome to the show, Benny Nim. Happy Friday. I hope the weather is good where you are because the weather is divine here. It is, when I last checked, it was about 21 degrees Celsius. Amazing. It felt so good to walk here. Just a t-shirt. I feel like it's summer already. Slightly humid too. Jin Lee Nim, welcome to the show, saying Youngwon Hanik and Youngwon Hajang, PD님, TGIF. We will be in the studio, I don't know about forever, but for a while I can foresee. How you doing, Jin Lee Nim? Welcome to the show. Gosunim as well, good to see you. Quite early today, Gosunim, you're third, I believe. That's quite a record for you, I think. Sangmin Park Nim, fantastic to see you. Welcome to the show as always, delivering some good news, saying that 저 오늘 해운대 여행했어요. That's awesome. I hope you had a good time. I guess the weather it's warm, but it's not swimming weather warm, is it? Maybe in a couple of months, maybe in a month. I know I'm going to be in the sea as soon as I am legally allowed. So, I hope you had a good time. Haeundae would be perfect on a nice Friday like today. I hope you had a great time. Everyone else coming in as well, welcome to the show. Come and say hello. Don't feel shy. Say whatever you want. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us if you're excited for the new season tomorrow as well. Remember, you can choose today's topic. For your 부산의 topic은 여러분이 하고 싶은 이야기로 정해집니다. Please let us know what topic you would like to discuss on the show. You can join the conversation in both English and Korean. Just send a message to #9050, 샵 9050 to cost you 101, Kakao Talk message, a YouTube live message as well, which I think is the best way to communicate. Just hop onto YouTube, type in BFM. You can see me here in the studio, talk with all of our friends in the live chatting area. Now, in today's show, final episode of the season, we're going to have Busan Is, where Hong Dangdang comes in and brings us the latest updates and insights in the Busan news segment. And it's a lot of fun because we learn some proverbs as well. Latte and Maria will hopefully follow that, where I share my thoughts about everything in the world. Also a moment to reflect on how things were back in my day. Busan Life Solutions after this. Real-life advice and answers from experts for expats living in the city, providing solutions to everyday challenges. In the second half of the show, we're going to have On the Mic, stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets of the city. Of course, we'll have Quiz Master. Today is Friday, which means there's chicken on the line today. So make sure to participate, especially in the second half, for your chance to potentially get some yummy goodies. And then we're going to have My Home, My Busan to close the show. Stories of foreigners residing in the city as they embark on a journey to learn Korean and explore the city of Busan. Lots of stuff coming your way. We have Jenny Nim coming in on YouTube Live saying, hello friends, it's Easter holiday here. That's in New Zealand. Today is Good Friday. 닉, 영국에도 Easter holiday 있나요? egg hunting 하고 그랬나요? 궁금해요. Yeah. Easter holiday is quite a big thing in the UK. It is Easter Friday, so it is Good Friday. Happy Good Friday to you. And yeah, I have good memories of eating lots of chocolate eggs. I know it's a huge thing in Western countries. I hope you're enjoying that. Eat as much chocolate as you want. And if you decide to go, to services or wherever you go, I hope you have a great time. We also have Im Sung-hwan Nim. Welcome to the show. How you doing there? Good to see you. I guess they're traveling right now. They said, 현재 안평입니다라고 하셨어요. Does that mean you're there right now? Jang PD, do you know where Anpyeong is? It's not in Busan, is it? It's outside of Busan. Where is that? Is that like in Gangwon-do? Or like Jeollado? Excuse my lack of knowledge. You know where it is? I swear Jang PD, he's looking on his computer. I think his computer is never turned on. It's always just eternal searching. Not many answers. We'll find out, though. Be safe wherever you are, my friend. Okay, everyone, there's lots of stuff coming your way. It's going to be a good day. I can feel it. Enjoying the weather at the same time. 기장이 있어요? 그럼 부산이죠. It is in Busan. That, at least I learned something today. 임성환님 also said 안평은 기장 남쪽입니다 라고 하셨어요. Good information. I wonder what's there. I might check it out sometime. I do love 기장. Alright, don't go anywhere because Busan Is coming up next.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 4:18 in the afternoon, and joining me right here is BFM's special news announcer 홍정화님. 안녕하세요.
홍당당하네.
홍당당. 혹시 6시 뉴스 하실 때
네.
마지막에 뭐라고 하시죠? 홍정화였습니다.
네, 홍정화였습니다.
진짜 그 목소리 좀 해주시겠어요?
홍당당입니다.
오늘 밤 8시에 제발 해주세요. 해주세요. I'll be listening.
네.
날씨가 너무 좋죠, 오늘.
어제까지는 조금 바람도 많이 불고 그랬잖아요. 오늘부터 봄이라고 하시죠. 여름인가요?
여름 같은 느낌인데요.
갑자기 뛰어넘었어요.
살짝 습하기도 해요.
맞아요.
되게 좋아요. 그래서 이것만 입고 왔는데
네.
너무 좋더라고요.
걸어오는 모습 봤는데 여름 걸음걸이로 오시더라고요.
보셨어요?
네.
어디서?
저 앞에서.
그래요?
네,
저를
네.
보고 계신가요?
지켜보고 있다. 어디서든 보고 있다.
무서워요. 홍덜덜. Okay, it's time to go into some news.
네, 내일입니다. 오전 10시 중앙공원에서 4.19 민주혁명 희생자 위령타박 광장에서 제65주년 4.19 혁명 기념식이 열린다는 소식입니다. 내일 기념식에서는 국민의례 순국선열과 호국영령 4.19 혁명 희생영령에 대한 묵념과 또 4.19 혁명의 경과보고 추모구연 등의 순으로 진행되고요. 이날 오전에는 경남공고 강수영 열사 동상 앞에서 강수영 열사 추모제도 함께 열립니다.
Busan City will hold the 65th anniversary memorial ceremony for the April 19th Democratic Revolution at 10 a.m. on April the 19th in the plaza in front of the April 19th Memorial Tower at Busan Central Park. The event will proceed in the following order: national ceremony, silent tribute to the martyrs, floral tribute and incense offering, progress report on the revolution, commemorative speech by the mayor, and a memorial performance and choir singing. Earlier that morning, a memorial service for martyr Kang Soo-young will also take place in front of his statue at Gyeongnam Technical High School.
네, 부산시는 장애인의 날인 오는 20일 오전 10시 30분 강서체육공원에서 제45회 장애인의 날 기념 행사를 마련합니다. 이번 행사는 행복을 바라봄, 일상을 담아봄, 희망을 이어봄을 주제로 장애인 인권 헌장 낭독과 유공자 표창, 발달장애인 작품 전시회, 개막 공연, 장애인 시티투어 나래버스 체험 등으로 이어집니다. 특수학교 학생 159명이 초청돼서 놀이공간으로 마련된 어린이존에서 신나는 하루를 보내게 되는데요. 이 밖에도 네컷 사진공간, 또 부기 포토전이 마련돼서 페인스 페인팅, 네일아트, 피에로 마술, 버블 공연 등도 함께 진행됩니다. 개막 공연에 참여하는 예술단원 5명은 시각장애인 4명과 비장애인 1명으로 구성돼서 3곡의 곡을 연주할 예정입니다. 내일 오전 9시 다대포 해변공원 푸른광장에서는 부산 장애인 복지관 협회 주관으로 장애 인식 개선을 위한 캠페인 제12회 담쟁이 걷기 대회도 열립니다.
On April the 20th at 10:30 a.m., the city of Busan will hold the 45th commemorative event for People with Disabilities Day at Gangsa Sports Park. Under the theme, Looking Toward Happiness, Embracing Everyday Life, Continuing Hope, the event will feature a reading of the Charter of Rights for People with Disabilities, awards for outstanding individuals, an exhibition of works by people with developmental disabilities, an opening performance, and a city tour on the Nare bus, specially designed for people with disabilities. A total of 159 students from special education schools will be invited to enjoy a fun-filled day in the children's zone. Additional activities will include photo booths, a mascot photo zone, face painting, nail art, clown performances, magic shows, and bubble shows. The opening performance will be delivered by 5 artists, 4 who are visually impaired and 1 non-disabled, performing 3 songs, including You Raise Me Up. At 9 a.m. on April the 19th, the 12th Walking Festival, a disability awareness campaign hosted by the Busan Association of Welfare Centers for People with Disabilities, will take place at the Blue Plaza in Daepo Beach Park.
네. 오는 4월 22일은 제55회 지구의 날입니다. 그날 부산 대표 상징물들이 10분간 소등에 동참합니다. 부산시설공단은 오후 8시부터 10분 동안 광안대교와 용두산공원 부산타워의 조명이 꺼질 예정이고 이 탄소 중립 실천과 환경 보존의 중요성을 알리기 위해서 캠페인에 동참한다고 밝혔는데요. 이번 행사에는 광안대교, 부산타워, 부산항대교, 영화의 전당, 누리마루, 부산국제금융센터 등 부산을 대표하는 랜드마크 그들이 함께 참여합니다. 기후 위기의 심각성과 지구 보호의 메시지를 시민들에게 전달하게 됩니다. 1970년부터 시작된 지구의 날은 세계적인 환경 기념일인데요. 매년 4월 22일 전 세계적으로 다양한 환경 보호 활동이 펼쳐지고 있습니다.
On April the 22nd, in celebration of the 55th Earth Day, major landmarks in Busan will turn off their lights for 10 minutes. According to the Busan Facilities Corporation, from 8 p.m. for 10 minutes, the illumination of Gwangan-daegyo Bridge and Busan Tower at Yongdusan Park will be turned off. This is part of a campaign to raise awareness about carbon neutrality and environmental conservation. Participating landmarks include Gwangan-daegyo Bridge, Busan Tower, Busan Harbor Bridge, Busan Cinema Center, Nurimaru APEC House, Busan International Finance Center. These symbolic sites will join the Lights Off event to deliver a strong message about climate crisis awareness and environmental protection across the city. Earth Day, established in 1970, is a global environmental event held every year on April the 22nd to highlight the seriousness of pollution and the importance of protecting our planet. How about taking a moment to turn off your lights and think about the Earth this Earth Day?
네, 4월 22일 기억하겠습니다.
Yep.
네, 부산 시립반송도서관은 지난해 8월부터 시작한 자료실 공간 재구조화와 도서관 환경 개선 공사를 마치고 오는 30일 재개관합니다. 기존 1층 종합자료실은 청소년 자기주도 온라인 합숙 공간으로 꾸며졌고요. 어린이 실내 중층 서고 공간은 유아 가족실로 또 3층에는 카페형 학습 공간 또 연속 간행물 독서 공간 등으로 변신했습니다.
The Busan Bansong Library announced on the 18th that it will reopen on the 30th after completing the restructuring of its reading room and environmental improvements, which began in August last year. The renovation includes converting the first-floor general reading room into a space for self-directed online learning for teenagers, transforming the multi-tiered shelving area in the children's section into a family space for young children, and creating cafe-style learning spaces and reading areas for periodicals on the third floor.
네, 여기까지 부산 이즈 지금까지 부산 소식 전해드렸습니다. 홍당당이었습니다.
어떡해요. 근데 마지막은 아니죠. 지금은 이제 속담 시간이죠. 저희의 마지막 속담 시간이 돌아왔습니다.
속담 시간, 네.
아, 너무 유용하고 유익하고 재미있는.
그래서 오늘은
네.
특별히 지금까지 지나간 뭐 다 할 순 없지만
네.
우리 속담 천재 니에게 복습 시간으로.
리뷰 타임. 어떡해요.
그렇습니다.
어떡해요.
말하면 바로 나와야 돼요. 굉장히 유익하고 재밌었다고 했잖아요. 매일매일.
맞아요. 그게 너무 많아가지고.
맞아요. 하루에 3개씩 우리 공부 많이 했죠. 자,
예,
합니다.
그죠. 오케이.
복습 3문제 준비했어요.
Okay, let's do this.
원님 덕에
기억나는데 원님 판사죠.
네, 원님 덕에
콩밥을 안 먹었다.
뭐 보러 악기
감옥을 피했다.
악기
나팔.
나팔
나팔
분다.
불어. 예, 나팔 분다.
원님 덕에 나팔 분다.
예,
네.
흰살 먹고 나팔 분다. 오케이, 좋습니다.
사또와 동행하기 때문에 옆에 같이 그냥 옆에 있다가 같이 대접을 받는다 이런 식이죠. 닉 옆에 있으면서 저도 같이 이렇게
그죠.
네, 잘 방송할 수 있어서 닉 덕에 나팔 불었다.
kind of succeeding thanks to someone else's right.
네,
there.
장PD 덕에 나팔 불었다. 뭐 이런,
Okay.
이런
Yeah, of course,
정도입니다.
of course.
자, 복습 2번째.
Okay.
말이 고우면 비지 사러 갔다가 했잖아요. 비지 두부.
비지떡. 아 두부.
어머,
가져왔다.
제가
두부. 맞아. 감사합니다. 맞아요.
말이고 오면 비지 사러 갔다가 두부 사온다.
그죠. 맞아요.
두부 찌꺼기를 얘기하려고 했는데 정답이야.
오케이.
네, 복습 세 번째. 망건 쓰자.
망건.
망건 쓰자.
그 머리띠.
네,
아.
네, 막 준비 막 하다가
기억을 못 하겠어요.
장에 가야 되는데
기억이 안 나요. 생각이 안 나요.
망건 쓰자. 장이 파는 거 파장한다.
파장한다.
시장 끝났다.
이건 도저히 기억할 수 없을 것 같아요. 앞으로도 못할 것 같아요.
거정문의 돌적이 뭐 이런 것도 어려웠죠.
맞아요.
네.
예. 근데
네.
제가 기억하는 거 하나 있거든요. 제가 제 친구한테 말했어요. 억지가 반벌충이. 기억나요? 그리고 한국 친구인데 무슨 말인지 몰랐대요.
맞습니다. 네, 우리 조상들의 지혜를 볼 수 있는 속담을 쭉 함께하면서 저도 공부 많이 했고 너무 재밌었어요. 그래서 오늘 마지막 두 개의 속담은
오케이.
이별에 관한 속담으로 준비했습니다.
오케이.
자, 뒷부분 맞춰주세요. 흔히 이렇게 얘기하거든요. 만난 지 얼마 되지 않아서 이별할 때 흔히 얘기하는 속담입니다. 그런 말입니다. 정들자.
헤어지는 거죠? 헤어진다, 이별한다,
네,
떨어진다.
맞아요. 정들자.
헤어진다?
네, 이별.
이별한다.
정들자 헤어진다. 정들자
그렇죠.
이별. 네, 맞습니다.
예.
딩동댕.
그죠.
쓸쓸하게 정답을 맞추세요.
근데 이제 와서 지금만 정들었어요? 처음부터 정들지 않았어요?
정은 좀 시간이 지나야 되는 거
시간이
아니에요?
충분히 지났는데.
너무 많이 저 이름에 가운데
몇
정자
개월?
있잖아요. 그래서
맞네요.
네.
화.
늘 정이
정화.
네.
화는 무슨 뜻이죠? 그 purification.
화는 평화.
peace. Very nice.
네.
Very
화가
nice.
많은 거 아니고.
화가. 페인팅도 아니고.
자, 마지막 속담
오케이.
드리고 가겠습니다. 드는 정은 몰라도
드는 정은 몰라도 이거 마지막 건 왜 진짜 난이도 높은 거 하셨어요?
틀리다.
처음 들었어요. 드는 정은 몰라도 없는 정을 안다.
오, 비슷한데요.
비슷한가요?
그 오늘은? 네.
모르겠어요.
드는 정은 그러니까 서로 만나서 같이 우정을
들죠.
쌓고 같이 지내는 시간들이 그냥 드는 정이라고 표현한다면 떨어져 나가는 나는 정은 모른 이런 이야기가 있거든요. 나는 정은 안다. 그러니까 우리가 만나서 막 얘기하고 방송을 하는데 없었던 적이 없잖아요.
예.
그러니까 드는 정은 몰라도 나는 정은 안다. 이런 속담이에요.
Okay.
역시 설명하기 어렵네요.
You remember? Yeah. Okay. I think I understand it. So
네.
you kind of when you break up 헤어질 때
네, 그때
그
비로소 알게 된다.
얼마나 좋아했는지
그렇죠.
알게 된다.
네, 정이 들 때는 드는 줄 모르는데 막상 헤어질 때는 그 정과 우정이 얼마나 두터웠는지 우리가 얼마나 좋았는지 알게 된다.
그죠.
네.
맞아요. That's a good. I like that one. 좋아요.
네.
좋습니다. That was good. That was the final of today's
속담까지 했습니다.
속담 시간 and Busan Is. We've got lots of love coming in. People saying 홍댕댕님. They're going to listen to you in the future as well. 그리고 오늘 밤 이 6시 뉴스 하실 때 제니님께서 꼭 들으실 거라고 했어요.
네.
그 홍당당님이었습니다.
그럼 큰일 났네.
의식적으로 하실 것
네.
같은데요. Lots of people really liked you. 다 홍당당님을 너무 사랑하시는 것 같아요.
감사합니다.
너무 유익하고
정말,
재밌는 시간을
네, 행복한 시간
준비하시고.
진짜 좋았어요.
아이고 감사합니다. 어떡해요. 보고 싶을 거예요.
네, 저는 뉴스에서 더 열심히.
알겠습니다.
네.
알겠습니다. 그럼 언젠가 또
뵙겠습니다.
만납시다.
네.
바이바이.
감사합니다.
All right, everyone, it's a bittersweet goodbyes, but we'll see her again, so don't be too sad. We're going to take a song request from Benny Nim. This is 봄날 by BTS.
보고 싶다 이렇게 말하니까 더 보고 싶다 널 사진을 보고 있어도 보고 싶다 너무 약속한 시간 나는 우리 끝냈다 이제 얼굴 한번 보는 것조차 힘들어진 우리가 여긴 온통 겨울뿐이야 8월에도 겨울이 와 마음은 시간에 달려가네 홀로 남은 설국 열차 네 손잡고 지구 반대편까지 가 겨울을 끝내봐 그리움들이 얼마나 눈치를 내려야 그 봄날이 올까
거울을 떠드는 자기 먼지처럼 자기 먼지처럼
순간 흐르는 시간조차 미워 우리가 변한 거지 뭐 모두가 그런 거지 뭐 그래 네가 넌 떠났지만 단 하루도 널 잊은 적이 없었지 나 솔직히 보고 싶은데 이만 너를 지우게 그게 널 원망하기보단 덜 아프네
널 풀어내본다 연기처럼 하얀 연기처럼 말로는 지운다 해도 사실 난 아직 날 보내지 못하는데 눈꽃이 떨어져요 또 조금씩 멀어져요 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 얼마나 기다려라 또 몇 밤을 더 세워라 널 보게 될까 널 보게 될까 만나게 될까 만나게 될까 You know it all You're my best friend 아침은 다시 올 거야 어떤 어둠도 어떤 계절도 영원할 순 없을 언제나 봐요 이 겨울도 끝이 나요 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 조금만 기다리면 며칠 밤만 더 세우면 만나러 갈게 만나러 갈게 데리러 갈게 데리러 갈게 추운 겨울 끝을 지나 다시 봄날이 올 때까지 꼭 피울 때까지 그곳에 좀 더 머물러줘
That was 봄날 by BTS, requested by Beninem. Thank you for your request, my friend, and welcome back, everybody, to the show. It is 4:35 in the afternoon. We did say our final goodbyes to Hong Dang Nim, who's given us a lot of news and a lot of Hanguk Sokdam over the months. It's been really interesting and a lot of fun. I know lots of people are very sad and giving their goodbyes. It seems lots of people loved her, but don't worry because next season we're going to have another great segment, news related, with a new special guest. So stay excited for that because it will be a lot of fun. We have lots of people messaging in as well. Hello, sorry I didn't get to read them earlier. Soinim, welcome to the show, saying good afternoon, Nick. 오늘도 반가워요. 아주 반갑습니다. Good to see you, Soinim, on this lovely Friday. Hope the weather is nice in Seoul as it is here in Busan. It's glorious today. 일류의 충전소님 as well. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Participating a lot in the Proverb guessing segment, which is good. Juliet Nim, welcome to the show. Giving support as always, and yes, don't worry, I will keep for your Busan safe while other people disappear. I do hope that you continue listening and showing love, and I know you will, which is makes me feel strong inside. Lots more people coming in. Pornim as well. Hello there, welcome to the show. Good to see you. It's been a while, on YouTube Live at least. Welcome, and I hope you're having a great Friday at TGIF. Busan Adanim as well. Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. People are quite curious about who the next producer or guest will be. You'll have to find out next week. It's all a mystery until then. But everyone likes surprises, right? If we told you now, that would be boring. So wait till next week. It's going to be a good team, though. Definitely. Juliet Nim saying, 든든한 닉네임 포열 부산을 지켜줘서 감사합니다. I'll be here until the end, doing my duty. Lala Nim, welcome to the show. Good to see you getting involved with the proverb time as well. It's good. You're very good at proverbs. You tend to know 99% of them, which is good, because I don't know 99% of them. Anyone else coming in as well? Come and say hello. I'd love to say hello and talk to you one-on-one or however many people are in the chat. We've got today's text topic, which has just come in right now. Today's text topic is 내 가방에 매일 넣고 다니는 것은 무엇인가요? Oh, this could be dangerous. What do you have in your bag that you carry with you every day? You let us know. That's today's text topic. What do you keep in your bag and carry around with you every day? For me, I always keep 휴지 아니면 물티슈. Now, I'm not a thief. I'm not, a thief. But, sometimes in restaurants, they'll give you a 물티슈. If I don't use it, I'll keep it. Because you never know. I like to go outside a lot, and if I go camping or something, you never know. Or if you go to the beach, you never know when you need a 물티슈. So I tend to keep them if I don't use them in the restaurant. 일류의 충전소님 saying alcohol. Wow, that's that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's your own personal thing, I guess. Bennynim said that. For me, keys, alcoholic, coin, purse, and phone. I love your honesty, Bennynim. I do like your honesty. Yeah. Jinlinim saying 주머니 있는 옷 오실 때는 가방 없이 휴대폰과 차키만 주머니에 볼록하게 넣고요. 텀블러는 손에 들어요. Wow, so you really just hold everything in your hands and keep it in your pocket. That's awesome. If I'm on the street and I look for somebody, if I see somebody just holding a tumbler, I'm going to know that's you, Jinli Nim. Yeah, 일류의 충전소님, sorry, I misread. It's Benny, not you. That's funny though. I can imagine Benny Nim holding something like that. Everyone else send me, what do you like to keep in your bag every day? 포우님 says, 항상 무선 이어폰과 편두통 약이 들어있어요. 편두통이 가끔 와서 그래요. It's good to be prepared. I think I do as well. I don't get headaches. I'm sorry that you get headaches often. That must be quite annoying. But I do keep some just in case. And if you do get frequent headaches, always keep them in your bag. Yeah. I hope they get better as well. Okay, everyone, keep the messages coming in. And the time is now 4:40 in the afternoon on a Friday, which means we have Kelly in the studio.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It is 4:40 in the afternoon, and joining me on this sunny Friday is Kelly.
Hi everyone, 안녕하세요. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I'm your Friday reporter, Kelly. 네.
How you doing? Enjoying the weather?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the weather is so unpredictable, don't you think so?
Yeah.
Well, one day it feels like kind of winter is back, and
I
the next
know.
day it feels like summer is here, right?
I know.
네.
I hope this is the constant now. 이렇게 유지됐으면 좋겠어요.
맞아요.
Just forever. Forever.
We are having a perfect weather today.
Until
네.
I'm 80. If it just stayed like this, it'd be amazing. Yeah. Before we dive in, I want to ask
Right.
you today's text topic.
Okay.
What do you keep in your... Do you have a bag? Do you carry a bag?
I do.
Backpack or
I do.
handbag? Or?
Just a bag.
Okay. 그럼 가방에 매일 넣고 다니는 것은 무엇인가요?
네. Well, there are. Okay, so I always keep 3 things in my bag. One is my car key. The next thing is my cell phone with a credit card.
Okay.
And what is the next thing? Like a lip gloss. 네.
Okay, that's very
네.
detailed. My credit, all the criminals are listening right now, so be careful. Credit card, phone, okay, lip gloss. All right, that's good to know. So kind of standard things that we all
Right,
have.
mhm.
Yeah, I like to carry a backpack wherever I go.
네.
I don't know why. I just like having a backpack. It feels like a survival kit. I don't know
Even
what
though
it
you
is.
have nothing in there,
No,
right?
nothing in there. It's mostly empty, but
Right,
just
right.
I mentioned earlier, a few tissues in case I need to wipe my hands,
Sure.
or some medication in case I have a headache, things like that. Lots of people have interesting things. Jinli님 said, 제 휴대폰 속에는 소중한 닉님. 짱 PD님 계시잖아요. It sounds like a Black Mirror episode, right? It sounds like some dystopian future right there. That's cool though. All right. Anyway, so we're
All
here
right.
to hopefully fix the problems that some expats are having in Korea.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's go into question number 1.
All right.
I'm a foreign teacher living in Busan. I heard that foreigners will soon be able to open a bank account using their mobile alien registration cards. When will this be available? Is this offered by all banks or only certain branches?
You know what, Nick? I think that this new service is really great because I heard that it's often inconvenient for expats, when visiting the bank in Korea, right? Not only there is a language barrier, but they are usually required to fill a lot of additional paperwork too, right? Anyways, I'm glad that they will soon be able to simply open a bank account using their mobile alien registration card, right? Yes, my answer is yes. As of March 21st of this year, 6 banks, including 전북bank, 신한bank, 부산bank, IMbank, 제주bank, and KEB Hanabank have started providing this service, right? And other branches like Gwangju-bank, Uri-bank, and Gyeongnam-bank are set to begin this service in April, right? And Nonghyuk-bank, Gukmin-bank, and Kia banks are scheduled to offer this service by May or in June, so we will see how things go. But this means that the foreigners will be able to open their own bank account and access other financial services, using their cell phone without visiting the actual bank, right?
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I hope that this will greatly improve their stay in Korea.
Yeah. So you're saying they don't actually have to visit the bank for a lot of these things? Or that's really cool.
Well, as far as I know,
for certain things.
If I'm not mistaken.
I usually don't mind going to the bank. I find the banks are very fast. They're very convenient. They're comfortable as well. Like all of the big names, they're kind of similar in many ways. The only thing I really don't like, I'm going to be honest, is everything you do, and they give you the forms to sign. You have to sign your name on every page 1,000 times.
Exactly.
My name is 너무 길어요. Nicholas
Nick?
Jeremy Greenwood. 영문으로 해가지고
Nick,
손이 아파요.
네.
I have to do it like 20 times. I wish they could shorten it, but that's just maybe if anyone's listening, a big CEO for next time. All right, so good news there. Let's move on to question number 2. I'm a foreign student living in Busan. I have already stayed in Korea for 6 years, which is the maximum time allowed for undergraduate students to live here. However, I still have to go through my thesis review process. Would it be possible to extend my stay?
Well, you know what? Based on their degree, international students have a set amount of time that they are allowed to leave and go to school in Korea. Unfortunately, it is not possible to stay past this allowed period. But however, there are some exceptions when calculating the total period of stay. For example, if a student has taken a gap year, aka 휴학, right, for 2 semesters or more and returned within 3 years, then that period can be excluded from the total. 네.
Okay. All right, so that's a bit of good news there. All right, let's move on to question number 3.
All right.
I am an expat living in Busan. I can't participate in the social integration program because I've been registered as a short-term resident. How can I resolve this?
Okay, so let me summarize a little bit. So this person is a foreigner living in Korea, right? But registered as a short-term resident. Now, they are trying to participate in the Korea Immigration Integration Program, aka KIP, right? But face difficulties because of their residency status.
Okay.
Well, like this person said, yes, the KIP program is typically available for long-term visa holders, like international students, marriage migrants, or like expats intending to settle in Korea, right? In order to resolve this issue, well, the best thing that this person can do is visit the immigration office or Immigration and Integration Support Center in person.
Okay.
There, they will have to request to change their information to reflect their updated status.
Okay.
네.
So the KIIP or the KIP is
KIP.
the integration process. But I guess if you are a short-term resident, technically, then they don't expect you to stay for a long time. Okay. Well, it's good. Like I always say, there are options to change your status, stay for longer if you can. I do like the amount of options available for people. By the way, we did have Jinlinim saying 눈송이 같은 켈리님.
Oh, that sounds like a compliment.
I think it is. I think it's a compliment.
That really sounds like a compliment.
Maybe
Thank
it's your
you,
분위기.
진님. 네.
You've got the very cool shoulder thing going on, which is really nice. Yeah.
감사합니다. 네.
Okay, let's move on to number 4.
All right.
I'm a foreigner living in Busan. My landlord has decided to sell the apartment where I am living. He asked me to show the house to the future landlord whenever I receive a call from a realtor. However, this is very inconvenient. Am I required to do this? Thanks.
This sounds like a very stressful situation.
Yes.
Have you been in this kind of situation before, Nick?
Not where the landlord is
네.
selling the apartment, but when I'm about to move out and they need to get people in.
네. Then in that case, you want to be more cooperative,
But what do you
Don't you think so?
What do you do personally? Say someone wants to come and view the house, but you're not home, you're at
네.
work. What do you do? Do you give them your 비밀번호 for your
I
house?
did.
You
I
do.
did. Oh, because I urgently needed a new.
So you trust
right.
whoever is going in there to be a decent human
네.
being. Okay. I mean, I should be more trustworthy. I guess because I come from a non-Korea country. I'm a bit
Right.
wary of people coming into my house.
Well, but you know what? This kind of thing happens a lot more, often than we think,
Yeah.
right? So it probably differs from culture to culture. But here in Korea, when a landlord decide to sell their property,
Yeah.
they usually contact the realtor of the area where the property belongs, right? Then whenever potential future landlord or buyers contact the realtor, they call the tenant, and plan an appointment, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and so I've received a phone call before. They sometimes say like, oh, we're coming in 5 minutes. So get ready.
Yeah. What if you're not decent? Maybe you're having a romantic time with your partner. What do you do? No, 지금 오지 마세요. Can you say that? It's your home,
네.
legally. Really, these situations must occur.
네.
I mean, hopefully that's not happening. Maybe
so
you're in the bath.
Really,
You've taken a bath.
right. Taking a bath. Then
Yeah.
you probably missed the phone call anyways,
Okay.
right? 네. But
I'm just
anyways, it can be
imagining these
very,
terrible
very
situations.
annoying, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what this person can do, legally and practically
Yeah.
in order to handle this situation, right?
Yeah.
So as a tenant, this person has the right to live in this apartment peacefully without
Right.
being annoyed during this lease, right?
There you go.
네.
That's what I think.
Right. That means that the landlord cannot force the tenant to show their house, right? So this person is not obligated to open the door for the realtor or potential buyers, right? However,
However,
네,
there's always a but.
네. There's always however, right? So more practically speaking, maintaining a good relationship with the landlord is sometimes beneficial. Don't you think so?
I would agree.
네.
Especially if you want to kind of move out anyway
Right,
and you're like,
right.
누가 빨리 좀 들어갔으면 좋겠어요. Then of course, yeah, come in.
Exactly.
But if it's kind of like 억지로 하는 거라면, you're like,
맞아요.
you kind of got a chip on your
Right.
shoulder because I don't want to move, but you're making me move.
Right. So,
I don't know.
well, so like if this person wants to extend their stay or if this person needs the security deposit returned safely, then they probably want to maintain a good relationship with the landlord, right? So if that's the case, it might be best to suggest specific days and times, when the house can be shown, right?
I would say that's the ideal situation.
Right.
In my case, when I go to look at new houses, I rarely book in advance with at a 부동산. I usually just kind of walk into, if this neighborhood looks nice, I'll kind of walk in there. Do you have time? And usually they have time and they just
Right.
show me around and they're making phone calls like urgently, like 비밀번호가 뭐예요?
네.
So I do use that system.
Right,
So I should pay it forward.
Right.
I think.
So, I hope that this person can work it out. And I believe that this person will. 네.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck. Good luck. Now, Kelly, this was obviously it's very useful information.
네.
It's actually answering real people's problems that they've posted up on the government website, right?
Right. Which is Busan Global Center.
Busan
네.
Global Center. So if you do have any questions you need help with, like real
Right.
legal advice to a degree, post them on there and hopefully we can bring some of them here.
Sure.
Now, next season, can you tell us your plans? Are you staying? Are you going?
네. Well, I'm hanging in there. 네.
She's hanging in
Oh,
here.
thank you for saving me. 네.
Yeah, this snowflake won't melt.
네. Oh,
There you
네.
go. Nice, right? Kelly will
one.
be staying for next season and also doing the same segment.
Right.
Going to be bringing advice to expats who are living here who need the help as well. I also find this very interesting as an expat foreigner living in Korea. Not everything applies to me, but I'm kind of storing it in my brain just in
right.
case anything happens. So I find it very useful. So thank you very much, Kelly.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now, before we do wrap up, let's read a few more. We've got a lot of messages about what people keep in their bag. We had some people say alcohol earlier, but most people
really?
saying keys and things
네.
like that.
Do
Tissues.
people still use keys?
Like
if they are car keys.
Car
no.
keys.
That
You don't
makes
drive,
sense.
do you?
네. I do.
Oh, you do drive. Okay.
네.
What,
car
is it like
key. 네, car key.
김은식?
No, but
Fancy
you
car.
know, for the apartments, we usually use keypads, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually something that happened to my daughter. So my sister in the States told my daughter to draw a key. And she said, 열쇠 그려봐. Then my daughter says, what is the key?
No, what a generation.
네, 열쇠가 뭐예요?
What do they call then? I guess some people call it a fob. Like a key fob.
key
It doesn't have a key
네,
thing,
right.
but it's electronic. Yeah.
I actually call it keypad, but usually, in CAD,
okay.
like.
I feel old. I hear these days you tell somebody to draw a phone. They never draw a telephone now, which that's understandable, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. We had some messages coming in. We had Lala-님 saying 평소에는 블루투스 키보드랑 핸드크림 항상 들어있고요. 산책하거나 할 때는 이어폰이랑 초콜릿이요. 초콜릿 녹여 먹으며 걸으면 너무 좋아요라고 하셨어요. Oh, that's awesome. I like frozen chocolate. My wife likes melted chocolates. Yeah. Thank you for telling us. And Kelly, I'm very happy to be able to see you next week.
Alrighty.
Enjoy the weather.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, we're going to take a song break and wrap up the first half. Don't go anywhere. This is 벌써 1년 by Brown Eyes.
BEFM 부산 영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
An invitation has arrived April 21st to welcome the warm spring. BEFM is getting a fresh makeover. Shall we take a look? The identity of BEFM, a new segment called Today's Conversation, which delivers one English sentence a day, has been added every morning at 8:54 a.m. At 11 a.m. and 12 noon, a new voice joins BEFM News. Newscaster Kim Shi-won is waiting to bring you the latest update. Chinese language program Busan is now joining you at 7 p.m. through its brand new YouTube channel. Enjoy premium access by watching the live broadcast on YouTube before it airs on radio at 11 p.m. Monday to Friday. Programs with brand new segments and exciting formats are also ready to go. We invite you to experience the fresh and fun vibes of BEFM. Mark your calendar, April 21st. Please join us with great anticipation and interest for our new season.
Want to be a friend of BFM 부산영어방송? You can chat with BFM through our Kakao Talk service. You can share your messages and photos through Kakao Talk, and you can easily become BFM's Kakao friend by searching BFM through the Find a Friend option. Come share and chat with us at BFM anytime, anywhere for free. Don't forget to add BFM 부산영어방송 to your Kakao friends list.
Man, I haven't got a chance. I'd call him.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까?
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
안녕하세요. 티나입니다. 요즘 국제 크루즈선으로 부산에 여행하시는 외국인들이 증가하고 있다고 하는데요. 오늘은 짧게 여행 중이신 분들과 이야기 나눠보겠습니다. Hello, welcome to Busan. Can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Betsy Prince, and I'm from actually Birmingham, Alabama, but I spend most of my time in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.
I'm Carol Bastian, and I live in New York City. In the summertime and in the wintertime, I'm in Florida, in West Palm Beach.
Nice to meet you guys. First of all, I wonder, where did your journey begin and how long have you been traveling so far?
We started off in Tokyo, and we were there 2 nights, and then we picked up our ship, which was the Silver Seas Nova, and we've been on the ship 1 week.
Oh, okay. So 1 more week to travel, right? Yes. And Carol, how many people were on the ship?
There were approximately 600 passengers on our ship, and we were delighted to discover that many of them were not Americans. They were from Australia and Canada primarily. So very diverse. And today when we got to Busan, we were told there was a ship docked right next to us that from Germany that had over 2,400 passengers.
Oh, interesting. So how long are you going to stay here in Busan today?
just for the day. We'll probably, our ship goes back to sea at 11 p.m. tonight. So just one day.
So this is too sure, right? I wonder, before you taking a trip, was Busan a place you were already familiar with? Or is this your first time hearing about it?
I have heard about it before because my daughter has a very close friend that spent several years teaching here. And that is how I heard about it.
How do you think about Busan so far?
Well, it's been incredibly impressive. Just a beautiful waterfront, incredible high-rise buildings. I've photographed some very interesting architecture, and it seems so well organized and beautiful.
I heard that you visited Dalmaji Hill, some art galleries. How did you like it?
Serene and beautiful. And the buildings were out of this world. The architecture was something I never experienced before. The beauty and the dogwoods that you could see through the glass windows at each gallery really, really impressed me.
Good to hear. Korean food is a big part of the experience. Did you guys eat lunch?
We did have lunch, and there was such an assortment of dishes and new tastes. Don't ask me to tell you what they were precisely, but each and every one was delectable, although we avoided one because it was very spicy.
Oh, so you guys had 한정식, right?
That's right.
All right. Was the moment today maybe view a bite of food, a local interaction that really stood out to you?
For me, being in the Dalmaji Hill, looking out a window in one of the galleries at all the dogwood trees, I thought was the most beautiful thing I ever saw in my life.
I was very eager to see the fine art of Korea and being in Busan today. Very contemporary, innovative, very impressed by that, yes. And again, the architecture of some of the buildings was, to me, light years ahead of other things I've seen.
Wow. If you had a whole day or even a few more hours, what else would you want to explore in Busan?
I would like to explore some of the points in the past. What made Busan originally?
Oh, that's really good point. And how about you, Carol?
Well, I heard that Busan has the largest shopping mall in the world, and that might be fun to experience.
Lastly, could you describe Busan in just one word or one sentence, please?
Progressive.
I was going to say the same. Innovative. Busan is fun.
One day is not enough in Busan. Let's go to Busan Beach. Woohoo!
Thank you very much to Tina for bringing us today's On the Mic. And we had two people from the USA who were traveling the world, and they came to Busan as well on a cruise ship. They seem to be living the life. Nice. I'm happy for them. Betsy and Carol, who I think Jinli님 said 두 분이 너무 귀여워요. They're adorable, they were. And it seems like they're having a great time. They've had a memorable but brief stop in Busan. They started in Tokyo, but then they were struck by Busan's well-organized atmosphere and vibrant energy. They explored the Dalmaji Hill and several art galleries. They loved the scenery. The art left a strong impression on them. They loved the food, the 한정식 as well. Seems like they had an all-round great time. And it's wonderful that Busan could have left this kind of impression on travelers, which is what the city is hoping for, right? Leave an impression on everyone who comes through here. We wish them the best on all their travels, and hopefully they come back again. All right. The time is now 5:06 in the afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's Friday, the last day of this season. We've got a lot of people messaging in about today's text topic. Today's text topic, if you are just joining now, is what do you carry in your bag every day? 내 가방에 매일 넣고 다니는 것은 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. Quite a few messages coming in. We have 민지님 saying 화장품과 열쇠입니다. I bet you feel old now, right? After Kelly was saying, most kids these days, 열쇠가 뭐예요? They don't even know what a key is. Everything is just wireless and electronic now. Kind of scary. I feel you though, Minjinim. I don't keep keys in my bag either. I guess I'm young. I don't drive to work, that's why. Sungnim, welcome to the show, saying the present that they're going to give someone. So 누군가에게 줄 선물, 그리고 3-color 볼펜이라고 하셨어요. Oh, the ones with the clicks. What is it? The multiple colors in one pen that you have to push each one. Those are really cool. I love those pens. That seems really useful if you ever need to write a note while you're on the go. That's what I'm saying. A bag should be like a mini survival kit for the day. Anything that you might need, a tissue, a wet wipe, a ball pen, makeup, your keys. I think they're one of the best inventions ever to come out of mankind, in my opinion. Alright, let's have a look. ASMR 고수님 saying 저는 가방이 없어서 항상 바지 주머니에 넣고 다니는 게 있어요. 그게 뭐냐면 가장의 책임감과 자신감이 있어요. 아유, 멋지세요. That's good. Getting, taking responsibility for the family. It's a very, very good thing. That's a very manly thing, 고수님. I like that. You never take a bag, though. Now, I feel like you should take a bag some places. But hey, if you can fit everything in your pockets, why bother really, right? 인류의 충전소님 saying 저는 시즌마다 가지고 다니는 게 다른데요. 요즘은 사랑과 행복 그리고 여유를 가지고 다닙니다. It's very poetic. Very poetic. So if a police officer stops you and says, "Hey, you, 인류의 충전소님, open your bag. What's in there?" 뿅. Happiness. 여유. You probably get arrested if you say that. That's awesome though. I love the positivity, my friend. I'm only joking. 소희님 saying 저는 음악을 좋아해서 이어폰이 필수입니다. 파우치 안에 이 거울이랑 립밤, 립스틱 여러 개. Wow, you must go through a lot of lipstick. 핸드크림 그리고 비상약이랑 작은 보조 배터리, 펜, 티슈 가지고 다녀요. You know what? That's the ultimate traveling. When I went traveling, take out the lipstick. I basically had all of this. 보조 배터리, emergency medicine, creams as well in case you get dry, headphones. That's awesome. 그리고 가끔 책이나 태블릿, 노트 같은 것도 넣고 다녀서 저는 큰 가방이 좋더라고요. I think Soinim, you'd be a really good person to go traveling with because you would keep all of the potential emergency items in there just in case you need it. That's awesome. I do a very similar thing as well. Also tumbler sometimes and water, she said. That's always good to have. Benny Nim saying we were talking about passwords earlier for doors. He says in my country we still have doorknobs. I guess, yeah, in England too we have doorknobs and keys still. Not really on the whole electronic system. It would be nice if we had them as well, but I think they're very good here. And I think they only work in Korea because, for many reasons, which I'm sure you might be aware of. Seneca Nim, hello Seneca, welcome to the show, saying, I always carry sugar substitutes in my bag. It's like this brand, and it comes in small paper bags. That's awesome. I guess then if you go to a cafe, I guess they don't have, sweeteners. Is it right? Like a sweetener, not real sugar. Maybe they just have real sugar. If you need it and you use it often, then I think it's vital to keep it with you. I've often thought about taking, not quite sweetener, but I've often thought about taking salt with me. Because, when you go to like 맥땡이 있잖아요. 저 거기에 그 맥땡에 감자튀김 좋아하거든요. But sometimes they're not salty enough. And they don't give you salt. In the UK, you can say, 소금 좀 더 주시겠어요? They give you, 소금, salt. But in Korea, they don't give you salt, do they? You've never asked, have you? They're 충분히 짜서. But for me, sometimes they're not salty enough. So I ask and they're like, 없어요. So I often think, should I carry salt with me? But then my heart probably would not like me very much. So I just deal with it. But I feel you. I'm considering it now, Seneca-님. Okay, we also have 우주 강아지님. Welcome to the show. Saying, 외출 시 화장실 키트 꼭 있어야 합니다. I'm not going to ask what it is. I'm going to understand what you mean by your toilet kit. That's good. Be prepared for anything that could happen. 황 작가님, good to see you. How you doing? Answering today's question, saying 다이어리랑 볼펜 세트 그리고 confidence. Ooh, yeah. That was a terrible click. I like that. Got to be confident. Rock it. And you're an artist as well. You got to be confident. A lot of charisma, right? Thank you for your messages. If you have anything more, please send it. We did have one here actually from 0859번님. Hello there. Saying 저는 what does it say? 치간 칫솔은 항상 챙겨야 합니다. 임플란트 하면 치간 칫솔은 필수입니다. 여러분들은 치아 관리 잘하세요. It's good advice. Now, 장 PD, what is a 치간 칫솔?
이게 작은 건데 이렇게 이빨 사이.
그 치실? 치실?
예, 치실보다는 말고 이렇게 조금 이렇게 플러시하는 건데.
Oh, is it like plastic and then?
예, 맞아요.
That's called 치간 칫솔?
네.
I use that every day. There you go. I just didn't know what it was called. I just thought it was 칫솔. Okay, 치실. I thought it was 치실. That's really good to know. I need to take better care of my teeth, and I've learned recently because when I go to get scaling and things done, the dentist usually says the front is good, but back towards the molars, the back of the teeth, the big teeth, they say there's a bit of plaque. You know, there could be 충치 if you're not careful. So they tell me to floss there carefully as well. So these days, you know, I'm just going ham on my mouth. I'm just brushing, I'm flossing, I'm doing my best to keep my oral hygiene in tip-top shape. Hopefully. Jenny Nim saying interdental toothbrush. It sounds like interdimensional toothbrush. I don't know what. Interdental. So I guess that's kind of like a toothbrush fused with floss. There you go. That's how I would explain it. But I guess that's the actual term, interdental. Thanks for the information. Keep sending the messages in to pound 9050, 샵 9050, should cost you 101, or a Kakao Talk message. We're going to take a quick song break, and then we'll be back with Quiz Master. This is 행복했던 날들이었다 by Day 6.
바라보며 널 만나 다행이라고 하던 날이 벌써 꽤나 오래전 이야기야. 이제는 모든 밤의 시작일 뿐이야. 모든 게 아름다웠어. 우울한 날들은 없었어. 지금 돌이켜보면 우습기도 하지만 후회는 날 끝에 알았어. 살아있으니까 첫째 날부터 마지막 날까지 행복했던 날들이었다. 이제 더는 없겠지만 지난 날로 남겨야지. 생기는 정적은 저는 아무렇지 않았는데 이제 달라. 너무도 길게 느껴지고 가슴이 쓰리고 답답해서 힘들어. 매 순간이 아까웠어. 가는 시간이 참 미웠어. 지금 돌이켜보면 바보 같긴 하지만 후회는 남기지 않았어. 살아있으니까 어딨어. 첫째 날부터 마지막 날까지 행복했던 날들이었다. 이제 더는 없겠지만 지난 날로 남겨야지. 아주 가끔은 그리워할 거야 널. 사실 가끔은 아니고 자주겠지. 아주 가끔은 눈물이 흐를 거야. 그래도 괜찮다고 되뇌일 거야. 행복했던 날들이었다. 이제 더는 없겠지만 지난 날로 남겨야지.
in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, bum-ba-da, zooby-dooby, ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, nache, cute pagal, stupid man.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 5:18 in the afternoon on a lovely Friday, TGIF. I hope you're having a good one. We just listened to 행복했던 날들이었다 by Day 6. And it is, hopefully, is a happy day for you. If it's not, we've got 40-odd minutes to make sure it is as happy as it can be. Also, the weekend is around the corner, so I'm sure a lot of you are preparing and getting excited for that. We've got some messages coming in. We had 임성환님 saying 현재 미남입니다. I like that. Of course, in Busan there is 미남역, right? There is is it 3호선? 4호선. It's the brown line, which is 3호선, right? 3호선인 것 같은데. Yeah, I know where it is. I think I know where it is anyway. I've never got off at 미남역. Oh dear. And then 고수님 saying, I thought you were talking about me. We are 고수님. I think we are. We also had Cecilia Jungnim, hello Cecilia Nim, saying, I like your voice. Oh, thank you very much. I like your comment, and welcome to the show. Happy Friday to you. Also, we had Sungnim messaging in a picture of 지간치솔. Now I exactly know what it is. Yeah, it's the little pink thing with the little bristles on it, the tiny hairs that really clean between the teeth. Yeah, they're really useful. They're really, really effective, I think. Also saying, 또 지하철에서 읽을 책도 가방에 넣어요라고 하셨어요. Yeah, that's good. That's old school. That's good. Yeah, you rarely see a person reading a book on the train. Usually people are on their phones, right? But when you do see someone reading a book, you kind of think, 좀 멋지네요. Right? You kind of look at them again. You're like, that's really cool and old school in a good way. We've got more people coming in. We have 볼빨간 사춘기님, welcome to the show, saying 오늘도 좋아요 누르러 왔어요. 인천공항 가는 길에 듣는 보열 부산. 어디 가시는 거죠? Where are you going? Let us know. Where are you vacationing to on this in this planet? Or maybe you're going national. Where are you going? I'm curious. Maybe I want to live vicariously. I would like a vacation abroad as well. Have a safe trip, my friend, wherever you do go. Eat some good foods. Communicate with the local people. Have a great time. Bring back lots of memories. All right. It is now time. Oh, just before we move on, 만학도 영어는 welcome to the show as well, telling us what they put in their bag, saying 가방에 1년 내내 들어있는 거 너무 많아요. 통장, 도장, 반지꼬리, 티슈, 신분증, 각종 카드, 지갑, 그리고 진통제 등등등. Again, that's a perfect survival kit right there. In case you need anything, you got it all there. Do people still use 도장? Do you have 도장, 장PD? Oh, people still use them. Whenever I need 도장, like when I sign an apartment lease, they always ask me if I have 도장, and I'm like, no, can I just sign? And they kind of look confused. And then they're like, okay, you can sign. But I guess 도장s are still a big thing here. What else do you use it for? Just, I know when you sign an apartment lease or a house lease, anywhere else do you use them? Any contract, really, just 도장 is. Maybe I should buy one. Maybe I should get one done. I've been here for 12 years. I probably should. Thank you for your message, by the way. It seems like you have some great stuff in your bag. Okay, it is now time for that segment that everyone has been waiting for. It is Quiz Master. 오늘은 Friday니까 이 동네 음식 ASMR 먹방 퀴즈를 함께 하겠습니다. Today I will take a bite or a slurp or something of a particular item of food. I'll give you some ASMR sounds. I'll give you some hints. And then you have to guess what it is. Okay, we've already got guesses coming in. Of course, we have Jinli님 saying 먹방 정답 짜장면. 어제 짜장면 얘기했으니까. That's good logic and reasoning there, Jinli님. 고수님 saying crunch chocolate. Okay. 진리님 saying 물 한 잔. Okay, I like that. 볼빨간 사춘기 냄새 베트남 갑니다. Have a great time. Eat all of the good pho. And just enjoy yourself, my friend. Oh, I'm jealous. I love Vietnam. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Get there safely and get back safely as well. Okay, I'm going to take a bite or a slurp or a drink or whatever it is. No hints yet. PD님, or Chang PD, please turn the camera away. All right. Now, it's in a cup. There's your first hint. 컵 안에 있습니다. Okay. Ooh. Smells like summer. Right. This is a spoon I'm opening. So much plastic. Oh dear. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a bite. So delicious. Okay. 맛있네요. 네. 이상한 향이 있거든요. 이거 뭐가 들어있지? Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, brain freeze. Almost. Okay, I didn't quite get brain. Oh, I felt it coming on. Didn't quite happen. Okay, let's have a look here. Did you get any hints from that? That was the first big one. It was quite loud. I apologize for that. Yeah, 진리님 saying 컵빙수. Good guess. 제니님 saying 바삭바삭. Okay. 황 작가님 saying 저 아직 한 끼도 못 먹어서 드시는 소리 나면 눈물 날 것 같아요. Go and eat something, 황 작가님. It's nearly dinner time. You can't starve yourself all day unless you're doing like intermittent fasting. You know, only eating from 5 until 7 or something. Go and eat something and then listen to this. Otherwise, this will be torture for you. But once you find the answer, it won't be that much torture. All right, let's have a look here. We have Seneca Nim saying, is that a brand? Is that a brand? Okay. Some kind of 사탕. All right. Anyway, Lala님 saying, 뭐지? 맛있어요? 시원하죠? 시원한 것 같아요. 제니님 saying, 얼음 같은데요? Interesting answer. Okay. 진리님 saying, 컵 아이스크림. 컵 아이스크림. Okay. We have Paul님 saying, 탕후루. Oh, okay. They have the nice song. Is 탕후루 that crunchy? Maybe if it's... Is it? I've stabbed myself eating 탕후루. 그 엄청 큰 막대기 그 뾰족한 거 있잖아요. I stabbed myself while eating it. It was really painful. You got to be careful when you're eating 탕후루. 만학도영은님 saying 얼음 과자. Okay. 준리님 saying 브랜드 말하면 안 되죠. 안 돼요. 맞습니다. Well, you can, but please tell me in like 괄호 안에 브랜드라고 좀 해주세요. Because I might not know. I don't know all the brands. 볼빨간 사춘기님 saying squid peanuts. That sounds really bad. That sounds gross in English. It sounds good in Korean, but it sounds gross in English. Cecilia Nim saying 아몬드 초콜릿. Okay. Okay. 포님 saying 그래 컵에 든 아이스크림. Lala님 saying 탕탕 후루 탕후루. That's the song, isn't it? That's the song. It became a huge hit. I hear it every time I go to Nampodong. All right. Any more? We have Usan님. Welcome to the show. Saying, can I say that? You got to be the robot. You got to be the AI that vets these. Some kind of 드름 ice cream, like icicle ice cream. Okay, icicle. 그럼 icicle ice cream. Okay. 포님 just saying 고드름인가? If it is, it better be clean. Not just picked off from a like 동굴 somewhere. Right? This would be good. 왕 작가님 saying wasabi 땅콩. I actually really love that. I really do like that. Cecilia Nim also coming in with the squid peanuts. Lots of peanut guesses. Lala Nim saying 그냥 얼음 조각. Okay, that'll be completely flavorless for sure. Jenny Nim saying 치킨 받고 싶어요. Okay, send some guesses then. Pound 9050 샵 9050 cost you 100 won or a Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live message. We have someone on the 3A651 Nim. Now I know this is a brand saying 야구볼. Right, there you go. All right, people are telling me have another bite. Lala saying 다시 먹어봐요. I will after a song break. I'm going to keep you wondering. This is a good song, so I'll be back after this. This is Wonderwall by Oasis.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, 나치 큐파가 stupid man.
Gotta love a bit of the Gallagher brothers, because maybe... who's going to go see them whenever they come to Korea? I heard they're not going to Seoul. They're going to somewhere else in the country. If I can get tickets, I will, but I don't know if I'll be so lucky, right? Welcome back, everyone. It is 5:31 in the afternoon, and we're in the middle of Quiz Master. I've taken a bite of an item of food, and lots of people are sending messages. People seem to be on the idea that it's some kind of peanut or ice cream, some kind of sweet, crunchy sweet. We had, let's have a look. We had 우산님 earlier saying, 태양이 뽀뽀한 사탕. There you go. I know what that is. 우주 강아지님 saying 알사탕. Okay. Lots of crunch chocolates coming in. People can hear the crunch. Okay. 우주 강아지님 saying 저는 솜사탕으로 고소하겠습니다. That'd be some weird candy floss. All right. I'm going to take another bite of it. So turn the camera. The camera's turned. Here we go. All right. Now a lot of it is stuck together, so I'm going to have to find a... Oh no, I dropped it. Oh no. 청소해야겠네요. Okay, it's okay. I have more. Here we go. 이거 맛이 이상해요. 이거 왠지 한약 맛이 나거든요. 진짜요.
진짜요? 카메라 돌릴까요?
Yeah. Okay. I dropped some. I'll pick it up. And my hands are wet now. Okay. Let's have a look here. I'm going to give you the hint that I'm sure the people who are saying that it's a peanut, I'm going to tell you it's very cold. Very cold. We have Bubblenim. Hello, Bubblenim, saying, is it prawn snacks? What's the most delicious thing that you like, Nick? they would never give me the most delicious thing that I like here. They just give me random things, almost torturous. But this isn't too bad. It's kind of like, yeah, whatever kind of thing. I would love it on a hot sunny day. If I was at the beach and it was shining, this is essential. Absolutely essential. But here in the studio, where it's relatively air-conditioned, not too bad. The most delicious snack I like, that's a tough question. I like things with chocolate and caramel and biscuits. Yeah, I don't know. I like anything really. Any more? Okay, we have more messages coming in. I'm assuming a lot of these are brands, so I'm not going to say them. Okay, 볼빨간 사춘기님 saying 3-second rule. 3초 안에 주워서 먹으면 괜찮아요. No, I never understood that rule. When I was a kid, I used to do 3-second rule, 5-second rule. You know that, right? 3초 안에 뭐 주워서 먹으면 괜찮다. 세균이 없다. 좀 아이들이 원래 그렇게 말하는 것 같은데. And people do that. 5 seconds is fine. What if it lands in dog do? 강아지에 뭐 떨어지면 you can't do the 5-second rule. You have to do the 2-second. No, I'm kidding. You don't do any 0-second rule. You don't need that stuff, do you? Okay. Now, when I said it tastes like 한약, I said 한약 맛이 난다고 했잖아요. But 원래는 안 그래요. It's not meant to be. I think 작가님 has done 좀 이상한 것을 좀 해가지고 I don't know what she did to it, but really it should have almost zero flavor, not this 한약 flavor. So don't take that as a hint. All right. I don't know how much more hints I can give. Do you have a hint? Like, I don't want to give too much away. Oh, it
goes well with coffee.
It does. It goes very well with coffee. It's a very good thing with coffee. Okay. All right, we're going to take a song break and then we'll be back to reveal. Keep sending your guesses and your answers in. We're going to listen to 너랑 나 by IU.
보며 속삭이는 비밀들 간절한 내 마음속 이야기 지금 내 모습을 헤쳐도 좋아 너를 재촉하면 할수록 좋아 내 이름 불러줘 먼저 엿보고 온 시간들 너와 내가 함께였었지 나랑 놀아주는 그대가 좋아 내가 물어보면 그대도 좋아 내 이름이 뭐야
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. That was 너랑 나 by IU. Now we're in the final closing moments of our segment, Quiz Master. I've taken lots of bites of a particular item of food. Calling it food is kind of deceitful because I wouldn't call it food. I wouldn't call it a liquid. It's a very, I don't know. It's a very 애매한 것인 것 같아요. Would you call it a food? No, it's not a food. It's not a drink. It's an addition to food and drinks.
Yeah, it's somewhere between food and drink.
Yes, it's in a kind of 애매한 상태. And we had some people who have guessed it.
The status is changing.
There you go. The status keeps changing of it. Yeah, it's in constant flux. We have 만학도님 saying 그냥 가거름이요. 라라님 saying 커피 땅콩. Coffee peanuts? Do you mean 커피 콩? Or 커피 땅콩이 있어요? That would be interesting. 황 작가님 saying 마늘빵. These have a lot of flavor. We have 숭님 saying 얼음 과자. Lots of messages coming in. Okay, I'm going to tell you the answer. Please don't get angry at me when I tell you the answer because I didn't choose this, okay? 정답은요. 얼음이었습니다. It was ice. It was ice. Ice, ice, baby. Ding, ding. Yeah, that's it. We had and now the reason I said it tasted like 한약 because it did. I do not know what our 홍 작가님 did to the ice, but it tasted like I went to like a 한약 store, like a 한약 시장, and it was pretty intense. But it was ice. It was very cold, very crunchy, no flavor. There you go. Do you feel cheated? I'm sorry. Lots of people had good answers, but a lot of people did actually message the correct answer in. But there was one person, I believe, who was quick and very consistent with their answer of 얼음. And our writer has chosen that person to receive the chicken prize, chicken 한 마리 쿠폰. 라라님께 드리겠습니다. Congratulations, Lalanim. You were very good with coming in with ice. It was ice today. It's the last one. Why'd you give me ice? I was expecting like 한우 덮밥 or something, something like some kind of 갈비살, something good. But they gave me ice, the most flavorless thing. But I can't say I don't like it, right? It was okay. Thank you to everyone who participated. And I believe Quiz Master will continue next season. So, of course, there's going to be chances for you to win some prizes, have some fun, and things like this. So, yeah, that's good news, right? All right, don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we have My Home, My Busan.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 5:40 in the afternoon, and it's time for My Home, My Busan, where we're joined with a special guest from another country who's going to share their story and journey while living in Busan, learning the Korean language and culture. As you can see, if you're looking on YouTube Live, we have a lovely guest in the studio. 안녕하십니까? Hello.
네, 안녕하세요.
반갑습니다. 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 필리핀에서 온 조빌린입니다. 저는 주부입니다. 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다. We have so would you say Jovelyn? Jovelyn?
Yeah, Jovelyn.
Jovelyn, and you're from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Beautiful country.
Yeah.
With really good food. Well, tapsilog and adobo.
Tapsilog, the best.
Breakfast food, right?
Yeah, for breakfast.
I love salty food, so it's up my street. I love it. It's lovely to have you here. Now, I want to know, how long have you lived in Busan and studied the Korean language?
I've been living here in Busan for over 7 years. And when I'm still in the Philippines, I studied Korean language for 4 months.
Yeah.
And still, it's one of the requirements when you are planning to apply for spouse visa.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just study it and you get a certificate and then...
Yeah, it's one of the requirements.
Okay, that's awesome. And you introduce yourself as a 주부라고 하셨어요.
Yeah,
okay, so
주부.
that's awesome. So you must be very tidy, cleanly person, I think. So that's really good. Now, what made you decide to learn the Korean language?
Oh, yeah, because my husband is Korean, so I really need to learn the language to live here in Busan.
That's awesome.
And to understand my parents-in-law also.
혹시 필리핀에서 만나셨어요? 한국에서 만나셨나요?
We met at the online.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
apps. And
Yeah.
my husband visit Philippines
Yeah.
to meet me, and
Very
that's
romantic. Very romantic. And you're learning a language for him as well.
Yes.
So is your common language English or Tagalog? Or?
English. Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. So that's really cool. You're learning Korean for the sake of love, which is always nice,
Yes.
I think. 그럼 어떤 목표가 있었기 때문에 공부를 정말 열심히 했을 텐데요. 어려운 점도 많았겠네요. It must have been lots of difficulties. Even though you are learning for your spouse,
Yeah.
it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, it's very difficult, When I started learning Korean, struggled a lot of memorizing the Hangul because, it's very different from the letters that we are using, like the English alphabet we use in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So, it's very hard.
Yeah, it must be. I always find Tagalog very fascinating because my Philippine friends, they mix it with English all the time.
Oh, yes.
So I'm like understanding, and then I don't understand, and then I understand, and then I don't understand.
It's like Taglish,
Exactly. I think it's really cool. It's like a fusion a lot of the time. 그럼 본인의 나라에서 한국어를 배우던 것과 한국에 와서 생활하면서 한국어를 배우는 것이 이 차이점이 있을 것 같은데요. 좀 알려주시겠어요?
Yes, big difference, because when I was learning Korean in the Philippines, my classmates were all Filipina. After the class, that's it. That's the end. But studying Korean here, you will automatically learn the language even if you are not really studying. And you will feel the pressure sometimes to learn more and study more to be able to understand all the people around you.
Yeah.
To be able to talk and make friends with other foreigners also. And 그래서 이 자리를 빌어 해운대 외국인 한국어 학당의 이기용 회장님과 여러 선생님들의 노력에 감사드립니다.
I'm sure they played a huge role in how you are learning Korean. And that's awesome. I'm sure they'll really appreciate that as well. So it's quite interesting when you do come and learn a language. I do agree with you that if you're learning in your hometown, when the class finishes, 이 수업이 끝나면 그게 다잖아요. You stop. But in Korea, you have to live the language as well. 그럼 한국어를 배워서 이게 제일 좋았다 하는 점은 무엇인가요?
To talk also with foreigners who don't know how to speak in English, but they know how to speak in Korean. That's the fun part.
Okay. So it's kind of like for survival. So you can communicate and get along with each other.
You have the choice,
Yeah, exactly. So you're learning, you're in a Korean class right now.
Yeah.
What would you say for you is the most interesting part? Like writing, listening, speaking?
In my 7 years here in Busan, now most interesting part is speaking because for the past years, I just keep on practicing the writing, reading and studying the grammar. But this time, I am focusing more on the speaking part, and it's interesting to pronounce the words correctly and in a more natural way.
I agree. 인풋도 되게 중요한데, 근데 제가 생각하기는 아웃풋도 되게 중요하다고 생각해요. You can take it in and understand, but then if you can't say anything, it's kind of like you're mute. You can't say much. So did you find any differences or similarities between the two languages? I know you said it's very different. What would you say are some of the similarities and some of the differences?
The difference is about the honorifics and politeness because in Korea has many speech levels and honorifics, depending on age and status. But in Philippines, we have polite form also, but less complex than Korea. We just put opo, OPO, and po, PO at the last of the sentence.
Is that like your?
Right.
Can you give me an example? Like if, say you were talking to your mother-in-law in Tagalog, what would you, and you said like, did you eat dinner today? How would you say that?
Kumain ka na po.
No po.
The po.
But if it was to a friend, you would take off the po. Interesting. So it has some similarities.
Yes.
Then what other things are there?
More similarities are the use of particles and sentence markers. Because in Korea you use the iga for subject and ulrul for object, un는 for topic, etc. And in Philippines we use the ang, ang for subject, and nang for object, sa for location or indirect object, etc.
생각보다 되게 비슷한 점이 되게 많은 것 같아요. Then what about the osun, the order of the words? You know, in Korean it's like I, school, go. What about in Tagalog?
In Philippines, like same as the English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very different from Korean.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like so there are bits of like Korean grammar, bits of different like English grammar in there. That's what makes grammar so beautiful. I think it's so varied wherever you go. So when you learn Korean, you learn many idioms. I don't know if you listen to this show. We learn idioms every day, which is great. For you, which was the most interesting idiom?
시작이 반이다. Starting is half the task, meaning once you start something, you're already halfway done, you know. Yeah.
I agree. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's good for procrastination.
Yeah,
right.
and very short, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you like this idiom?
You know, it's perfect for motivation.
Yeah. I think that's good. Once you get started, it becomes a bit easier.
Yeah.
You're almost halfway there.
Yeah.
I would agree. So that's Korean idioms. Is there any particular Philippine idiom that you could share with us?
Kapag may tiyaga, may nilaga. It's if you're forcible, you will have something good like stew, meaning hard work always pays off.
It seems like you like proverbs that are to do with working hard and just getting it done.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset to have in Korean and in
motivates
Philippines.
me.
That's good. That's awesome, I think. We have Seneca님 messaging in. 황 작가님 said, 웃으시는 모습이 너무 귀여우세요. Very, very nice smile. Seneca님 also saying, 저도 영어 공부 입장인데 언어 공부하는 이야기 들으니 공감되고 좋아요. 여러 언어 구사하시는 거 멋져요. So yeah, it's very motivational. She can feel a lot of things with you when learning another language. How many languages do you speak then?
Tagalog, the Philippine Mugugo, and English, and the Korean little bit, and we also have in the Philippines we have different dialect also like Waray.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you speak that dialect?
Yeah.
Oh. Can people from, say, Manila, the capital, understand dialect? Really?
Yeah.
So it's
like
not
different, very different Tagalog.
So it's not like where, you know, Busan, Seoul, where it's different, but you can understand each other. It's like ununderstandable.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to know. Okay, now let's talk about some culture. What did you find the most different between Korean and Filipino culture?
About birthdays, you know, celebrating birthdays, because in the Philippines, birthday is very important. We prepare lots of food, celebrate it with our family, relatives, friends, and neighborhood. But in Korea, you know, just eating myeokguk in the morning and some cakes are just enough.
Yeah. So do you feel a little bit if your husband doesn't throw you a big party, you're like, 좀 서운해요.
At first, but now I used to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. I've been to, I think I know of maybe 2 Filipino restaurants in Busan, and the one I went to, there was another table. They looked like they were having a lot of fun. They were very loud. They were singing lots of like norebang songs just while eating. And it seemed like that's the norm. You know, they just to blow off some steam, have a good time with friends, just sing and have a big party just on a Tuesday night kind of thing. That's awesome. That's really cool. So you said birthdays are very important in the Philippines. What about living arrangements?
Oh, yeah. Because in Korea, it is common for adult children to move out after the marriage or for work, though. Some still live with parents. But in the Philippines, many adult children live with their parents until they marry. And sometimes even after. It's very common to have extended families living under one roof, sometimes living with relatives, and is also a common thing in the Philippines.
That's interesting. Korea has a kind of similar culture, right? You kind of get married and then move out. Actually, I totally forgot. We have a listener called Benny here. He's from the Philippines. He's a resident Filipino. And he said that's the norm, I guess, of birthdays. And he said something. I'm going to try and read it, but I apologize if it's up. He says, kapag may tiyaga, may nilaga.
Yes.
What does that mean?
If you persevere, you like...
Oh, that's the one you said.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Filipino 101. There you go, Benny. I'll try and learn for next season, I promise. Okay. Now, I'd love to speak to you more, but we are running out of time. Last of all, could you... Maybe your family are listening in the Philippines and you want to send a message of love to them, is there anything that you would like to say to them listening? Speak in Tagalog.
Tagalog, okay. Magandang hapon sa pamilya ko dyan sa Pilipinas at pati na din sa mga kaibigan ko. Parati kayong mag-iingat at gusto ko na ulit kayong makitang lahat.
Can you translate? It's beautiful.
필리핀에 있는 가족들과 친구들 안녕하세요. 항상 건강하시고 다시 뵙기를 기대합니다.
이거 멋집니다. You have a really fascinating story, and I'm quite inspired. You moved here for love, and you're learning the language.
Yes.
Learning a language, it never stops. You'll be, especially if it's not your native, you'll be learning forever, which is fun.
Yes.
I think in certain ways. We had some messages. Jennifer discovers Koreanim on YouTube Live, sending a picture of the Filipino flag. I take it that's someone you know.
Yeah, my friend.
It's your friend. There you go. Jennifer, there you go. A very proud friend coming to support you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Senekanim said, I was born and raised in Korea, but I still struggle with how polite and indirect people are here. I guess it can be, I've heard some of my Korean friends, they would like to be a bit more to the point with people and direct. But it's the culture, right? We have Benny Nim saying, thank you. Maraming salamat. Jovelyn. They said that. Okay. I feel like I'm learning a new language right here as well. Jovelyn, it's been a pleasure learning your story, and we wish you all the best in your time here. It seems like you're for life in Busan in Korea, so we wish you happiness throughout your life and hopefully see you again one day.
Yes, thank you.
All right, take care. All right, everyone, the time is now 5:54 in the afternoon. Now, normally, I would say bye-bye, we'd have a last song, but you've got about a minute, and it's the last day of the season. And it's quite, what do you say? A bittersweet time, right? It's kind of bittersweet. It's sweet that it's something new next week. We're going to have new guests. But it's bitter because our beloved Chang PD is betraying us and he's going somewhere else. 배신자. Now, don't worry about Chang PD. He's going to be safe. He's going to be here. He's going to the 11 o'clock show. It's a slightly different style, a different flavor of radio show. But he's great at his job. He's been an amazing guy to work with. So he's going to do well, and we wish you all the best. Let's give a round of applause for Chang PD. He said, 크게 좀 만들지 마. Don't make it a big deal. But he's been good this year, so I feel very indebted to him. Lots of people coming and messaging in. Juliet Nim as well, spreading the love, saying thank you, Chang PD Nim, for all of the effort you put in. We love you, and you're an Avengers team. We are the Avengers team. But there's a new one coming out, the Thunderbolts. So we're going to make a new Avengers team from next week. Thank you for the love. Benny Nim saying, see you back on Monday, Nick and all. Have a great weekend. Everybody, it's been a pleasure for this season. I'll see you tomorrow for the Saturday and Sunday highlight show. And then on Monday live, be excited for it. 기대해주세요. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. We're going to wrap things up here, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful evening. Stay safe. And we love you all. Bye-bye.
1, 2, 3.